Turn it down a little bit.
Probably adjust as you start talking.
Okay. Okay, I will call the regular meeting of the Everman City Council to order. It is Tuesday, May 12th, 2026, and the time is 6:01. If everybody please rise for a moment of silence. Amen. I notice we have some scouts in the house. Would you guys like to come up and lead us in the pledges, or the pledge? We're going to do something a little different tonight, so.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. First item on the agenda is consent agenda. Item A is minutes, regular meeting minutes from April 14th, 2026, and budget workshop, April 17th, 2026. I'll entertain a motion.
I move we accept the consent agenda as read.
Motion made and seconded. Any further discussion? Would you poll the council?
Place 1.
Aye.
Place 2.
Aye.
Place 3. Aye. Place 4.
Aye.
Place 5.
Aye.
Place 6.
Aye.
Mayor.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next item is presentations. Item A, National Public Works Week proclamation. Whereas public work professionals provide essential services that support the health, safety, and quality of life of our residents each and every day, and whereas the employees of the Public Works Department are responsible for maintaining critical infrastructure and public services, including streets, drainage systems, water and wastewater utilities, parks, facilities, fleet operations, and other vital community assets. And whereas Public Works personnel often perform their duties under difficult and demanding conditions, including severe weather events, emergencies, and around-the-clock response situations, while remaining dedicated to serving the community with professionalism and pride. And whereas the City of Everman, where the City Council of the City of Everman recognizes the significant contributions made by the dedicated employees of the city's Public Works Department and their commitment to enhancing and protecting the community's infrastructure and environment. And whereas National Public Works Week, sponsored annually by the American Public Works Association, serves to educate the public about the importance of public works services and to honor the individuals who provide them. Now therefore be proclaimed by the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, that the week of May 17th through May 23rd, 2026 is hereby recognized as National Public Works Week in the City of Everman, Texas, and the City Council encourages all citizens to recognize and appreciate the dedicated efforts of public works professionals whose service helps keep our community safe, clean, and functioning every day. Next item is National Police Week proclamation. Whereas the members of law enforcement agencies throughout the United States dedicate themselves daily to preserving public safety, protecting life and property, and maintaining peace and order within our communities. And whereas police officers willingly place themselves in harm's way and make tremendous personal sacrifices in service to others, often under dangerous and unpredictable circumstances. And whereas the men and women of the Everman Police Department serve the residents of the city of Everman with courage, professionalism, integrity, and compassion while building meaningful relationships within the community they proudly protect. And whereas National Police Week serves as an opportunity to honor the dedicated service of all law enforcement officers and to remember those who have lost their lives in the line of duty while protecting their communities. And whereas the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas wishes to recognize and express its deepest gratitude to all law enforcement personnel for their unwavering commitment to public service and the safety and well-being of our citizens. Now therefore be proclaimed by the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, that the week of May 10th through May 16th, 2026 is hereby recognized as National Police Week in the City of Everman, Texas, and encourages all citizens to join in honoring the dedicated men and women of law enforcement and to remember those officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty.
You get shy when you're in front of the camera. Second. She needs to be in front. Is she in the front? Thank y'all very much. Okay. Shall we go?
Next item is citizen comments.
Cynthia Oliver.
Cynthia, would you like to come up?
You just need to push that button on there so it's green when you go to talk. I think so. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Let me check.
Okay, my name is Cynthia Oliver, and I operate Covered in Faith Ministries, which is a nonprofit organization. And I'm here to see if we can have a small pop-up for June the 19th, maybe 10 to 15 tables or whatever we have, nothing big. What I sell is, for the organization is, I don't know if you heard of the Philly Ice Water. I sell these for the organization. I have one guy that has approached me about hot dogs, lemonade. I don't think anything with fire, like a barbecue pit or nothing like that, so we have to work our awesome firemen. But one guy was interested in brisket sandwiches, and, okay, I did the lemonade. They will supply whatever they need. If it's a fee, we will see what it is, and we can go from there. But it would just be to 10 o'clock to maybe 7 o'clock that day. And we're trying to get $50 per booth, but since we're nonprofit, if they can pay it, fine. If not,
You need to tell her we can't respond.
Ms. Oliver, so the council, because it's not a posted agenda item, the council can't respond to you, but I can ask clarifying questions. So correct, Victoria? So I just want to clarify what you're asking, and then, because I think what'll happen is they're probably all going to nod their heads at me and say, help her. So I just want to clarify. So your ask is, you're just asking if you can host an event. You're not asking the city to host it. You're asking if you can host an event at the park with food and vendors and those kinds of things from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on that date. And you're asking, it sounds like, for a fee to be waived. Is that correct?
No, I'm at this point, if they can't afford to pay it, but if you charge the organization something, I always give back, so,
Okay.
I always give something back to the city.
Okay.
But we were trying to get $50 per booth.
Okay.
And we would do the advertising, we would do everything, you know.
I think we've
Just so
got
we
a
can-
system already in place, so we'll have
Yeah.
staff follow up with you.
Okay.
I think I'm going to get a head nod from everybody to say yay, and we'll make it happen.
All right.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So good to see you. Thank you,
Have a
ma'am.
blessed one. Yes, sir.
Okay, next item is citizens' comments. Item A, public hearing to hear citizens' testimony of proposed 2024-2025 budget amendments. The time is 6:13, and we are in public hearing.
And I don't think we have any citizens sign up to speak, correct, Mindy? Okay. But I will go through this pre-audit budget amendment report for you that Susan has provided, just to work through it.
Go home to their families. So that's been a big project that we're trying to tackle together. And I think with everybody we have, we're going to be able to get to a point where we're back to full staff and be able to take care of all the work orders and everything that's going on at the department. But that's pretty much it. Any questions?
I know Rudy couldn't be here tonight, but I did send an email to mayor and council to let y'all know. And I'm excited about Rudy's new, being short-staffed, and hopefully that gets corrected here in the near future. So,
Yes,
good
sir.
work, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, next item, consideration and possible action. Item A, ordinance number 850, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Everman, Texas, amending the Code of Ordinances by amending Chapter 2, Administration, Article 5, Boards and Commissions by adding a new section, 2-74, Parks and Recreation Commission, providing a severability clause and providing for an effective date. I will entertain a motion.
I make the motion to approve ordinance number 850 as read. Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion?
Yep. All right, got a presentation for you to kind of go through and share with you what this proposal includes. So for many, many years, the city of Everman has never before had a Parks and Rec Commission. We've always relied on our departments. The fire department's been good about putting together for many years many of our local events, police department, different department heads. And we've also relied on third-party organizations to put together our youth sports programming. With the growth that we've experienced here in the community, we feel like we can really take what is existing currently and just improve upon that and provide better opportunities for everybody in the community through events, better organized youth sports opportunities, and just really grow the programs that we have. So just some highlights for you, why Everman truly needs this. Our population currently is at least 7,000. We believe it's a little bit higher with the new residential developments that we've got. We have a population of 21.9% of our population is under the age of 15. That means that we have about 1,400 children here in our community. The median age for our families here in the community is 34.5, meaning that we have a lot of young families within our community. And we currently have 4 youth fields at Johnson Park that are somewhat underutilized and need of improvement and could be better utilized space. We don't currently have any formal Parks and Rec program that exists today. No commission that's overseeing this. As I mentioned, all of our events are run ad hoc through either borrowed staff or volunteer capacity. Youth recreation has been a focus of ours and a need of ours for quite some time, and we believe we can compound on this. And this is a great time for this too, in conjunction with what was just recently approved at the Anderson Field with the Soccer 5 agreement coming in and improving on youth opportunities here in the community. This proposal that I've put together includes 3 different components. It includes a Parks and Rec Commission, which will oversee the citywide special events as well as our youth baseball and softball programs. The commission would be comprised of 7 citizen members appointed by you, each one serving on a 2-year staggered term. They would advise on policy, budget, and programming, and they would meet monthly under the Texas Open Meetings Act. They would oversee things like our citywide events, such as our Easter egg hunt, Celebrate America Festival, Halloween Festival, holiday tree lighting, and any other event that we do. All of our city events have always been 100% sponsor funded, and we're proud of that, and this commission can really help, I think, take that to the next level. The third facet of it is the youth baseball and softball program. This would become a city-operated program at Johnson Park. We currently have 4 fields. There's been significant discussion amongst this council as well as the TIF board about needs of funding to be allocated to those parks for improvements. This becoming a city-run commission really puts everything in line with each other, and I think it'll allow us to continue offering sports programming a little bit more harmoniously and allow us to actually take that funding where it needs to go and put it into those fields. With this, there would be 2 seasons there, a spring season and a fall season. Everything in this proposal is purely estimates and budgetary and would obviously be fine-tuned once we actually have a commission established and are able to get with this commission and the Youth Sports Association groups nearby to really finalize some proposed budget numbers. One of the things that we want to offer is both those seasons. We could also offer at least 4 tournaments a year that could serve as fundraising opportunities for the program. And then also we want to offer financial assistance to the families that participate here, a formal financial assistance program. We know that we've got families that have financial needs that are struggling, and we should be able to offer a formal program for them to go through. One of the things that we feel would take our youth sports to the next level is having a dedicated coordinator. There's 2 scenarios that I've included in that proposal that I sent to you. Scenario A would be a full-time coordinator. To have a full-time coordinator based with the current budget estimates on what we can raise and funding capacities, we believe that would cost the city about $33,000 a year currently. The other scenario would be a part-time coordinator. If we were to employ a part-time coordinator primarily focused on youth sports, softball and baseball, that would actually allow the city to net $3,600 that could be rolled back into the parks programs. So both these scenarios are potential scenarios for us to consider as we move forward. Kind of breaking that down a little bit, the scenario, how we came to that was based off our current projections with participation. We know that currently the Everman Youth Sports Association has about 80 to 90 kids that are actively enrolled currently this season. So we use those numbers to project what it would cost to move this forward. So fall registration fees would generate about $7,200 if we were to anticipate that enrollment to be a little bit lower than spring. Tournament fundraisers, we believe we could raise about $6,000 through the year. Spring registration would bring in about $12,000. Concessions, operating concessions in the fall would bring in about $14,000. Team sponsorships and fence sponsorships, we believe we could easily raise about $20,000. And then concessions in the spring should bring in about $28,000. That's going to give us our total projected revenue of $89,000 for the year. To have a full-time coordinator, our total anticipated expenditures would be about $122,000. This is just a concept idea plan to show you on what the board could do. Kind of moving on to the second scenario, this is what it would look like if we were to do a part-time. Obviously, part-time personnel cost us significantly less. The funding piece coming in is the same, however, the expenditure piece is out, leaving us actually at about pretty balanced budget, or at least netting about $3,600. Both of these are kind of conservative. What's before you tonight is an ordinance creating this commission, which would be the step one of the timeline. If you were to create this commission tonight, we would ask you to make appointments to this board. The purpose of this is to really support our youth sports programming that we have here in the community. Youth sports, baseball, spring season is currently underway. Fall season will commence in just a few short months. That means that our timeline, if we were to be successful in this, is pretty short. So that's why we've brought it before you at such a quick pace, and we haven't had too many discussions on this, because our hope would be is that you approve this ordinance tonight, which would allow us to seat a commission, and that we can kick these commission meetings off as quickly as possible, so we can hit the ground running with those that are involved to be set and ready to go by August, when we really need to have everything rolling for a fall season. Our plan over the next few months would be to staff the commission and then build out the plan. I don't anticipate much change as far as any field work or anything like that out there. We may make some minor improvements out there, but our focus with the commission needs to be setting the foundation of the program up first over the next few months, getting a good, solid program up, getting us through the fall season, and then allowing us between the fall and the spring to focus on what funding needs to go in for the improvements before we wrap back around to the next spring season. So that's kind of the plan in our process. It only gives us a few short months to work with this commission. If you approve this tonight, again, we have already publicized that we are seeking potential applicants to serve on this commission. As working with the city attorney to draft this, it's staff recommendation that this be a purely citizen advisory board, that no council members serve on this commission, because it really needs to be people who are going to be building that advice and bringing that advice back to you for ultimate approval on the budget. I think that's probably why we have such a big crowd here tonight, is this particular agenda item. I know and I see a few faces. I don't know all the names that have applied, but I do see a few faces of those that have applied to be on this board here in the audience tonight. So Mayor, I don't know if you want to ask any of them to come up and say anything as before you consider appointment to the board, but can't make appointments tonight. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, no, I think, I mean, probably if we're gonna run out of time. So yes, we are gonna have to call a special meeting. Yes, yeah. So we'll call a special meeting to make the appointments. I didn't even think about that. It's because we missed it on the agenda item, right? It didn't list it as an agenda item? Yeah, okay. All right. No, that's okay. That's okay. It's not your fault. It's my back's fault. Well, to explain to everybody in the audience, we had an agenda error, so we can't actually make the appointments tonight, so we're going to have to call a special meeting to make the appointments. But we're still going to discuss the commission, how it's going to be formed, and then we'll look to make those schedules at a special meeting maybe this next week or the following. But that's all the information I really have to share right now. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have regarding the Parks and Rec Commission or what your feelings are on it. Yeah, maybe not right now.
We're still gonna vote on the ordinance, right? Yes.
Yes, yeah, still going to vote on creating it and getting it going.
No, this is the only board that council is not able to be a part of, is it?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, this would, I think you're correct. I think this would be the first board that we don't have a council member assigned to it.
It's purely citizens. I mean, we're citizens, but.
I will say also that that was my recommendation, because, you know, if you get an advisory board, then what you want is somebody to advise the council So the council doesn't need to advise itself, right? You need to take full benefit of having that advisory board and get that advice from members of your community that are interested in that particular subject matter. Also, if anybody is going to make a motion, could you, there's a typo in section 1 of the ordinance. It says section 2-73 and it should be 2-74. I'll revise that and send it to Mindy so it can be correct, but if you, whoever makes the motion would just say with the correction noted by the city attorney.
Mine says
So I
274.
think you made the motion.
Yes.
It has already been posted.
No,
Oh.
no, it's not. If you'll look down in section 1.
She needs to amend her
where-
motion,
yeah,
correct?
where it says section 2.73 Parks and Recreation Commission.
In the actual ordinance,
Okay.
not on the agenda, in the
Yes,
actual ordinance.
yes.
Can
It
you-
says it right everywhere else, so I got it right 2 out of 3 now.
Can you introduce
Sorry.
the candidates? Can you introduce the people that have applied?
It's really not on the agenda.
Oh,
So, no.
Okay, so let's back up to this amendment. We've already made the motion and second.
right.
So now somebody needs to say, I move that we amend
Amend the motion.
the motion with a correction noted by the attorney at section 2.74. I move that we, I already forgot.
Amend the motion.
Thank you. I move that we amend the motion with a correction noted by the attorney at section 2.74.
Thank you.
Okay. Motion made second. Any further discussion?